Hi, I'm Zaylin Jacobson here with Exio Gear. Today we have the 6-person Sequoyah. It's part of our Resi tent series. What you'll notice about this tent is that it's extremely large for its packed size and weight. I'm going to go ahead and open it up and show you what's inside. Here we have the footprint to the tent itself, the rain fly, poles, and stakes inside of here. Before I get into the setup of the Sequoyah, I want you to notice how each of the 5 components come in their own carrying bag. This is for when you're on the trail. You're not even going to notice carrying this large tent because each of you can take a piece and it minimizes the trail weight that you're working with. The first step in setting up the Sequoyah is to lay out the footprint and stake it into the ground. The 6-person Sequoyah is made of breathable ripstop nylon with large mesh panels to minimize weight while retaining strength, comfort, and durability. Now that the footprint is in place, as you can see, it's time to lay out the tent on top of that in the same exact position. The tent is all laid out and connected onto the same stakes as the footprint, and now it's time to take out the poles and extend each of them. The poles are all extended and ready to be inserted into the tent. Notice that we have 2 orange poles, a silver pole, and a black pole. The black pole will actually be used later on for the vestibule on the rainfly. Notice that the edges of the sleeves for the poles and the tips of the buckle straps correspond with the color of the pole. So for the orange pole, there are orange edges, and for the silver pole, there are silver edges. Now that the poles have been inserted into the sleeves on the tent, it's time to bring the Sequoyah to life by pushing the poles into the rings on the buckle straps. Now that the 2 orange poles are in place, the tent is almost finished. We're on to the last pole, which is this silver pole here, to bring out the front door. The poles are all up. The final step is to clip them all in. I stand at 6 feet tall, and as you can see, I have plenty of headroom. There are also pockets on the top, a hanger, pockets all around the sides to put any of the gear that you're bringing on your camping trip, as well as no-seam mesh all around to protect you from insects and the sun. If you're in need of some extra protection from the elements, you can use the rain fly, which will drape over the top, and then it extends out into the vestibule another few feet to give you that extra room for you and your 5 other friends. Now that the rain fly has been draped over the tent, we can simply buckle the rain fly to the tent and then insert the vestibule pole. Notice again that the edge of the sleeve corresponds to the color of the pole. Now to bring out the vestibule, it's just a matter of pulling it out and staking it into the ground. Two quick things to note after you've set up the rainfly is this cord here and the vent here. The vent extends out and attaches underneath to the no-seam mesh, and it gives for added breathing room while you're in the tent. This cord extends fully out and it keeps the rainfly taut. Clip it around the stake and then pull it up to tight. The Sequoyah tent with the rainfly is fully set up. Now let's take a look inside the vestibule. Inside the vestibule, you'll see that it's roomy for any extra gear that you don't want to bring into the tent. And as you go inside the tent, you'll notice that these doors roll up. That's all for the 6-person Sequoyah Resi tent. I'm now going to show you how to disassemble the tent. First step is going to be to remove the stakes and remove the cords. Also unbuckle the clips so we can get the rainfly off of the tent. Secondly, right before we can roll up the rainfly, we need to remove this black pole. The rainfly has been removed and placed into its proper storage bag. Our next step is going to be unclipping the poles and removing them. The tent poles have been removed and placed into their proper storage bag. It is now time to remove the stakes and fold up the tent and the footprint and place them into their respective carrying bags. That's it for the 6-person Sequoyah Resi tent. After we've removed all of the pieces and placed them into their proper carrying bags, we can put them into the big carrying bag here. Note, if you didn't understand any of the directions in the video, there are directions on the inside of the carrying bag.